Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John Suspedia Truder, and welcome back to Total War Three Kingdoms. Well, last time we kicked off our brand new adventure with Kong Rong, a massive archery nerd. I absolutely love him. I mean, just look at him, look at that face. He's so happy to be in a Total War game. How can you not love him at first sight? So, with a handful of decent territories under my control now, I'd like to continue expanding because, yeah, there's still plenty of angry territories nearby, and until we've secured this little corner of China, my capital is not going to be secure. But you may notice there's a big angry red army that I took particular note of at the end of last time. Yeah, that's because this army belongs to Taishi Ci, which means all of a sudden things are getting interesting. Because of course Romance of the Three Kingdoms isn't just history, it's also a narrative epic. And Taishi Ci and Kong Rong are very much connected to each other inside that epic. Right now he just looks like a Han general, hanging around inside my territory, looking a bit on the threatening side. However, something very important is probably about to happen that his arrival is a warning for if you happen to be familiar with the story. So, in Romance of the Three Kingdoms, chapter 11 I believe, we're introduced to Kong Rong for the first time. And pretty much Kong Rong is introduced by the narrator saying, so, Kong Rong was a really nice, clever guy, and he got up one morning and opened his curtains, and there just happened to be 100,000 yellow turbans outside. And Kong Rong was like, oh no, that's far too many yellow turbans. And then Taishi Ci shows up and offers his assistance, because Taishi Ci's a big badass hero. Like, this is a serious, ludicrous, badass guy, but when he went off to be a badass hero, Kong Rong took care of Taishi Ci's mother, sending her some food and some silk and whatever. So, when the Yellow Turbans show up, Taishi Ci says, okay, I'm willing to repay that debt now, I'm happy to work for you. So even though right now he is actually fighting for another empire, I suspect he might be about to jump ship, and I suspect an event might be about to trigger, just basically generating a massive Yellow Turban army somewhere inside my territory. We shall see. But yeah, just because I decided to do my reading on Romance of the Three Kingdoms, I know that this guy and Kong Rong have history, or rather, might be about to. Though then again, for the time being, he is an enemy general. He might be about to attack me. I don't know. So for the time being, I'm going to leave my army right here, and hopefully we can deflect him, because if he does attack, his army doesn't appear to be that large. And Liu Bei wants military access. No, he's not getting that. If we give him military access, he might come up here and take this fishing port. I love you, you're great, you're such a good guy, but you're not coming and getting that fishing port. And... okay, we go... ooh. Okay, we've got movement from the Han all over the flipping shop, actually. That is concerning. So, this is that Han army that got kicked out of Langye when Liu Bei moved in. However, now that the lumberyard has actually got a proper garrison, I don't think they're going to be able to break into that. Even though, yeah, the second part of the garrison's still growing, I'm not sure they're going to be able to get in. This is a small force of, yeah, not much at all. I'm not convinced they're getting in at all. I think we can leave the lumberyard to take care of itself. As for Taishi Ci, however, he is now encamped inside my territory, which I do not like one little bit. At least as he's kind of getting in my way, so... okay, me and you may be friends in future, but for the time being, you've got to naff the hell off, Taishi Ci. I mean, my trebuchet is now up to full strength, and my army is pretty much at full strength too, so I could just move straight in. Because yeah, while he's encamped, he's going to literally have a camp on the map, including some towers. With my trebuchet, I should be able to knock down one or both of them. But I've got a plan, which is if he's going to hide inside a fortress and he's only got 2 archers, I might be able to just overwhelm him with firepower. And to do that, I've got a plan, which is I'm going to make some changes to my retinue with the very useful swap function. So, if you recruit a unit, they start off very, very weak indeed. However, if you swap a unit that you've already got trained, you still pay the same amount of money as you would do normally. However, they arrive much, much stronger. And on top of that, I'll actually start making a tiny bit more money, because yeah, this G militia, who in all fairness is not exactly Kong Rong's speciality, that's costing me 120 gold every turn. If I swap that guy out for a crossbowman, that's much more effective for Kong Rong, and costs 30 less. So we'll do that swap right now, and actually, yeah, he arrives with 205 men. So basically, he's almost at full strength already. Not quite, he does ideally need 1 turn to actually charge up, but pretty much full strength. So I'm going to do the same again, actually. This other unit of G militia, I'm going to swap out for basic archers, because basic archers are super cheap, but do hit really, really damn hard. So there we go. I've spent some money, but actually my surplus has just gone up. And those troops are pretty much ready for battle immediately. So go on then. Remember, the plan is not to kill Taishi Ci. Though, to be honest, that shouldn't be a problem. He's a level 4 sentinel. There's no way in hell my level 1 champion can kill him. So, pretty much, I just want him to flee the battlefield. We can be friends later. Okay, so here we go. I outnumber him, but he's got the advantage of his little encampment. Hopefully, the trebuchets can neutralise that, however. Alright, here we go. Now, have you guys actually got yourselves a shot at this here tower? Just make sure everything's as it should be. You guys seem to be... Guys! No, stop. What are you doing? Why are you moving forward? That is totally in range. There we go. Now they've got themselves a shot. They just need to be slightly in a better position there. I'm not sure if they were slightly on a slope or something. So you guys can now start opening fire and taking down one of these here gates if you'd be so kind. And there we go. We got a hit already. I think I've actually got more trebuchets on the field than last time, because this time they've actually had a chance to heal up. So that's lovely. And there's Taishi Ci himself. One day him and Kong Rong will hopefully be friends. Not today, mind, but, you know, hopefully one day. Alright, one tower is down together with one bit of wall. Not great, but their generals are a bit on the exposed side here. So, I'm going to send forward a bunch of my actual assault infantry just to start engaging into their generals. If they just run straight down the middle, they'll avoid these towers on the corner, who have a bit of a shot inwards, but not much at all. So if they basically just run forward like this, we should hopefully be able to bait over the rest of the army to this side of the field. And once that's been done, I can pull forward my archers to start laying down the fire. Also, I should mention, Taishi Ci was famously one of the most badass archers who ever lived. So, he might well just pull out a bow at some point in order to do some nasty, nasty stuff to me. That's entirely feasible. So you guys, you guys getting over here. You guys getting over here. You guys help out with Taishi Ci, because it's going to take a fair amount of murder to actually bring that bastard down. Bear in mind, I don't actually want to kill him. All I want to do is bring him down. And looks like we're actually, in the process of taking this here gate. That's looking good. And as I was hoping for, the enemy are now actually running in. I control that tower. I've overwhelmed his defences. Time to bring in the archers. And yeah, if the archers are just chilling out over about here-ish, they don't even need to be that close, to be honest. I mean, that's absolutely fine. Then as a result of that, they can actually spread out a little bit more than that. And they're going to be out of range of the firepower of these here towers. This tower belongs to me for the time being. Rest of the infantry, send it forward. All we need to do now is bottle them up. That's absolutely fine. Send forward my champion. He might be able to keep some of them busy. And as for my commander, you get over here and just pass some morale benefits onto these troops, just so they stand and fight longer. We win this through massive range superiority. That's the plan. Now, any chance that you're willing to offer a duel? And let's go for the guy who's not Taishi Ci. I am willing to challenge that guy to a duel, and this guy is already actually weakened from taking on my troops. So I've got a bit of an advantage here, and unfortunately, I was the guy who was knocked off the horse first there. Still, in we go for more murder. Now, the thing about sentinels is they have really good melee evasion. So, they're not really designed to win, they're designed to keep champions busy. So champions... Oh, hang on, that was a massive attack right there from Taishi Ci. So, he's getting on with his business. Meanwhile, archers can start laying down huge amounts of fire on pretty much anyone that comes into this part of the world. And we've also got horses coming in. So, deploy one of my halberds forward to try and take care of that. So at this point, giant piles of archer fire just taking out his infantry. Once his infantry starts collapsing, he should be in a lot of flipping trouble. So we can just lay a big pile of fire right there. Those guys, oh, just look at them. Look at them melt right here. You can't stand up to Kong Rong. It's beautiful. So, how's Taishi Ci doing? He's actually starting to go down. This is good. You use your special ability to slow him down a bit, and you'll see that my actual infantry are giving these guys a bit of polite space to get on with their duel. They're not currently actually getting involved. I don't know whether we can win this one, but at the bare minimum, we can slow them down a bit. More horses are getting in there. You go and take care of that. Units are starting to fall apart. Some of you guys, focus your firepower on the actual, yeah, those guys at the back. You focus some firepower on the horses. Just drop in some lovely arrows on them. I just want some arrows dropped in over the top. At this point, yeah, this is going pretty well. The horses are not happy. They don't like being stuck in a protracted melee. This guy is in a lot of trouble. This guy actually is... Who are you even taking on right now? I don't know. I think he's just taking on some random pole arms. So, he's taking some damage. I really hope he runs rather than dying, because I don't really want Taishi Ci to die, because me and him could be best buds at some point. That'd be great if that could happen. Axemen are just being shredded as well. This is going very well, actually. This is going very, very well indeed. Right, one of my crossbowmen. Focus on these guys. I think they've got a little bit of armor going on. Yeah, 32% armor. So get the crossbow fire on them. Let's get them out of the way. They're going to start taking some damage very, very fast indeed. They don't like this much firepower. I've still got plenty of shots because Kongrong is just the best and I love strategists. And this guy's actually almost dead. And Taishi Ci is making a run for it. Good. Absolutely love it. So, Taishi Ci doesn't die. He gets to run away, fight another day. My champion is really in a bit of trouble, actually. This is down to the wire. This is really down to the wire, and I think he's just won. He's just won. So that's going to be a major debuff to morale right there. And the front door pretty much collapses immediately. And they've not got much left aside from 2 units of archers. So time to bring up the cavalry, because he can just ride them down. Absolutely love it. So yeah, aside from a couple of light knocks to my assault infantry, and that's, you know, kind of their job, honestly, that's gone pretty well. I'm happy with that. Oh, flip. Taishi Ci is actually back. He's badly wounded, but he has actually managed to regroup. Just deploy some infantry just to deal with those axemen. And, oh, that is his big attack right there. He's basically got a ballista built in because he's just that damn badass. Right, get my cavalry inside the city as far as we can. Get just a couple of G militia to go and take care of him just to keep him busy. And provide cover for my cavalry while we just basically head in over here. And I thought we already controlled this gate. Okay, apparently we didn't control that gate for a moment. That's absolutely fine. Get the cavalry over there. And Commander, you go and take care of this, please. Kongrong, you go help out with this. You can actually help out just chasing off some archers. There we go. Archer fire has basically been taken care of because the archers are now skirmishing away from us. We hit them. They're not going to like that one little bit. And I think we've got it. Yep, Taishi Ci breaks. We are not going to pursue him. We're not going to take these towers either. I don't want him to die. Everybody back off. Do not let Taishi Ci die, please. He's too important. And cavalry just rides down the last few so they don't come back later. Lovely touch, by the way. When you see little farms dotted around the map, they do actually have farmers on them who are just getting on with their jobs. But if the battle actually gets anywhere near them, they all start running for the nearest building to hide. It's a really cute touch. I do like that. So, good amount of money got out of that, and I could have another 600. Or I could take replenishment. You know what? I'm going to take bonus replenishment for the time being, because my troops did just take a bit of a battering. So, let's just take a handful more troops. And you're still inside my territory. Okay, Taishi Ci, I can't help but notice you're still here. And you need to not be here anymore. Please naff off. Oh, we've got one hell of an interesting battle map here. It's actually kind of become a bridge battle because there was a bridge nearby, even though he wasn't actually squatting on it. But that's fine, because I've got trebuchets, so screw your stupid bridge. No, actually, they decided they couldn't be bothered with this whole bridge situation. Instead, they decided they just wanted to fight me on the open field, which is, it's a decision. That's certainly true, right there. So have fun being shot by all the arrows forever. I'll just go and chase off your archers with my actual anti-archer cavalry. Then we'll just chase off you guys as well. And, okay, you need to naff the hell off, please. The thing is, I don't want him to die, but he's got so little health. And that's really annoying, because if he dies, oh, I think we just killed Taishi Ci. I'm so sorry. Possibly he'll come back because he's legendary, so he might not actually be dead, but I think we just killed Taishi Ci. I'm really sorry. We were supposed to be friends in history, but you shouldn't have invaded my territory. Well, at the bare minimum, that does at least give me, yeah, a bit more money and a bit more replenishment, which is very, very good indeed. So, we probably need that. In fact, you know what? Get back over here into Beihai town. We've dealt with that threat. Honestly, not sure it was a threat. Maybe he was just coming to basically offer his services. I really hope he's okay. Maybe he'll show up again later. Maybe he was just wounded or something. Ah, one nice thing though. So my champion has leveled up as a result of winning that duel. Very, very good indeed. So, what can we do at making you better at your job? So, +8 resolve to give him a bit more health, or +8 to instinct, so he hits a bit harder, and also enables scare, reduces nearby enemy morale. Now that's useful. So I'll have that, so if he just basically stands nearby to the enemy, their morale will go down. Love it. Bear in mind though, he needs some time to recover. He's only at like half health right now because that duel versus that sentinel was a little bit on the tough side for him. And with all this food off the livestock farm, because I've been building these lovely government supply camps, yeah, I'd say it's probably time to actually start upgrading Beihai itself. Because as soon as that actually hits level 4, I believe, we do actually get ourselves proper walls. Right now, the city's wide open. The alternative would be, yeah, even more... Ooh, that's a big increase in garrison. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to take that instead. I'm going to upgrade my actual livestock farm because that's my only territory that's got no choke points and no towers whatsoever. So that having a bigger garrison, that's a good idea. Especially as it does have a border with multiple Han territories. And I did just murder a Han general, so they might be a bit annoyed at me. And because I've actually traded out some infantry for archers over in Kong Rong's army, let's actually get ourselves, yeah, one more bit of assault infantry for my commander to form a nice solid front line. And I did just notice as well, actually, this guy's not actually holding an accessory right now, and we do have a stone monkey for +6 to instinct. So we'll give him that, so he's actually going to hit just a little bit harder in melee. Love it. Now, time to see if these guys are planning to attack the lumberyard, because if they are, I think we can handle that with the garrison that's present. And yes, indeed, they are coming straight in. Fine, I think we can actually win that one. Only thing to watch out for is, they've got 2 units of archers, I've not got any shields or any cavalry whatsoever. It's nothing but spears, polearms and archers. But, I've got plenty of archers of my own. Not all of them are that great, however. Yeah, we got a mix of archers and archer militia. Though actually, the archers are pretty darn solid, all things considered. They've got plenty of ammo. Good news, though, they're heavily reliant upon their cavalry, and I have got plenty of G militia to deal with that. In fact, actually, some of these garrison troops are better than troops I can train in my own army. So these spear warriors are better than G militia. Basically the same role, but they hit a lot harder in terms of armor-piercing damage. So that cavalry is going to be slaughtered. Okay, so they're approaching from the north. 3 gates they could choose to use as a result of that. So, yeah, I just need to make sure I've got good coverage right there. On the plus side, if I just keep a good reserve of troops right here, they can very easily move between the 3 gates. It's very easy for me to move troops about. Right, let's decide who wants to be where. Now, number 1, I don't want to be guarding the gates immediately, because otherwise, the archers will just come and shoot me. The best thing is to fall a little bit further back and then start moving your troops in to guard the gates when they get a bit closer. Alright, that'll do as a starting point. Let's see what they decide to do. They might just make a rush for one gate. They might decide to try and split up their forces. Looks like we're seeing... yeah, looks like movement over here, actually. You guys just move forward, be ready to intercept them if need be. I've got good quality spears, but I'm going to move one over here, just in case that's what they're doing. Looks like that's exactly what they're doing. Right, Bowman, move into this position if you'd be so kind. Be ready to intercept them. I'm going to send 1 unit of actual polearms over here, just to make sure this is safe. This gate doesn't seem like it needs to be guarded. Right, guys, get forward, guard the breach. At this point, move into archer range in order to block up the gate. It's fine if you take a little bit of light damage, because, yeah, at this point, you've avoided the worst of it. So, get in over here, block up this gate, have plenty more round the back. You guys move over here. You guys move over here too. These guys should now be in a position to just, yeah, block up all of this. You guys come and block up all of this. You guys, open fire whenever you're ready, please. And in comes the firepower! Love it. Bear in mind, of course, the gates still belong to me. So we have got more firepower on them than they have got on me by a long, long way. So basically just drop in firepower from above on all of that stuff. They have got themselves a general, which I don't have, but he's a commander. So he's not the best of the best. In fact, I'm actually going to send one of my small damage units. I'm going to send him out of the town in order to go and try and assassinate these archers at the rear. Because they seem to be throwing everything they've got at this gate. So in which case, you get over there and just assassinate their leader, please. Because I believe he's currently on horseback. You get over here, attack these here cavalry. And how are you doing, by the way? Yeah, now get over there and attack those guys, please. So straight out of this gate, on your way. Plenty of firepower being laid down right now. You guys don't seem to be doing anything at the minute, so please continue fighting and drop the firepower on the swords. Because as soon as their assault militia's done, that's it. Their horses can't possibly get past my spearmen, and I've got tons of polearms too. So fire and counterfire, but this is very much going in my favour so far. And their general is down to 7,000 health. Yeah, he's about 20%, maybe 15% health right now. He can't be happy. Their archers are about to be chased off by a flanking movement from my G militia, which is going to be lovely. He won't be able to catch them because, yeah, they run pretty fast, but it will stop them firing on my troops while I can continue firing on theirs. Their general is almost dead at this point, going down very, very fast indeed. This is all working out pretty well, I'd say. And their front line has completely collapsed. They are now running. In fact, I'm pretty sure they're ready to give it up. Over here, yeah, these guys are actually out of ammunition. They're running, and sadly, without any actual cavalry, I can't really ride them down, but this force isn't going to be a problem for too much longer. They are badly damaged at this point. We're just going to keep letting the archers get in some hits on them, and that is doing a terrible, terrible damage. Love it. May as well just let the battle tick on for a moment, of course, because the towers continue to fire at them while they're retreating. So just in case they ever try to come back, let's just let the towers do as much damage as they can, because towers really flipping hurt in this game. And that army simply collapses, though actually it looks like someone's replaced the existing commander. 450 gold for that. Could take the replenishment, but honestly, I feel like, yeah, they haven't taken that much damage. They'll be back. I'll take the money instead. So there we go. These guys are badly damaged. They're not in friendly territory, so they're not actually replenishing right now. And sooner or later, they're going to run out of military supplies. And once that happens, attrition will finish them off. So that threat has pretty much been eliminated. Also, Zhang Yan, the bandit king of Black Mountain, who has the most badass name in the world and starts somewhere over here. He is attacking the Yellow Turban Rebellion too. Marvellous, good for him. Ah yes, but definitely not history is happening right now. So, the thing about Dong Zhao and the reason why it was quite hard to kill him is he had an adopted son called Liu Bei, who was the biggest badass who ever badassed. This guy could basically kill anybody in a one-on-one duel. He was the greatest champion in the world or whatever. So he kept Dong Zhao pretty safe. So, someone came up with a really stupid plan that worked regardless, which is basically make Liu Bei and Dong Zhao fall in love with the same woman so that Liu Bei would get jealous and kill Dong Zhao, which is the plot that's currently being put in action. There is absolutely no historical evidence for this or the woman in question. This is purely poetic invention as far as I can tell. Now, as for Kong Rong, I'd love to just swing north and take that trade port right now, but it's winter. And I don't really want to be marching against towers during winter. So I'm just going to actually recover for one more turn here instead. Alright, move on to the next turn so we get into spring, please. And hopefully before the next winter. What are you guys doing now? Are you seriously... Ah, they're probably just trying to make it to Han territory, where they can replenish. But honestly, this is a small force. The newly upgraded garrison over here should be able to handle that regardless. As for you, Kong Rong, you've got to be in pretty good shape right now. Head over here and take this trade port, please. There we go. We can get to that in a single turn. Love it. Oh, we've got some lovely weather for this one. What a gorgeous sunset? Possibly sunset, maybe sunrise. I'm not sure, but it's really damn pretty, whatever it is. So, yes, indeed, we've got ourselves a trade port here. So, plenty of choke points, handful of towers, fairly easy place to defend, all things considered, but because it's all built around the sea, you can only approach it from 180 degrees, which kind of works to my advantage, though, because, yeah, it means it's harder for towers to overlap each other at the side. So, probably... Hang on, where do you actually get... Ah, you can shoot over there. Probably, this angle is the best to approach from, because this tower doesn't have a great shot at the approach over here. So if I can just bust down this gate, that's it. I've got to run straight to the plaza, their morale collapses, everything is lovely. And either these are slightly shorter range towers, or I'm starting a bit further back, I'm not sure. In either case, yeah, I can move myself a little bit further forward, just for safety. So you guys just move a little bit up and... hello, you guys. I think they're coming out to say hello. Well, they are 100% welcome to do that, because I will shoot them the hell down if they genuinely want to try and take me on in the open field. Right, trebuchets, back off behind the front line, please. I think they're actually planning to take me on. And if they're planning to do that, crossbows, you know what to do. It's called murder. And in come the crossbow bolts. Ah, they're actually leading with their shielded troops. Very, very clever indeed. Fair enough. Well, you know what? That's all absolutely fine. Get the trebuchets back into safety, please. I've got my own cavalry right there. Need to make sure, yeah, I don't accidentally send my cavalry into... Ah, that's going to be difficult. If I want to go and take on their archers, I need to actually move forward. Okay, this isn't as stupid as I thought, because this way, they can force me into an open battle in range of their towers. And once they're doing that, I can't flank with my cavalry anymore. Fair enough, I see what they're doing here. Still, even with that missile evade chance, that's way more fire than they actually want on them. So they're still taking a lot of damage. Right, crossbows, change your target over to those horses. Because, hang on, are those horses also the sort with shields? Yeah, they've got 65% missile dodge chance. Fine. This army's actually well set up to actually deal with me, because my firepower is very ineffective against it. Well, we're just going to have to do what we can do here. My cavalry can take the hits from their archers, though not forever. Move them back, see if we can just start flanking around them. I might want to just go in and hit those guys regardless. Right, those guys are starting to fall apart. That's good. Change your targets over to here, please. Just put enough firepower on those horses that they collapse regardless. And bring one of the units of G polearms over here. So it feels like cavalry's over on this flank, and right now, I don't have spears here. So just for safety, let's start getting these guys down. And you've run straight into polearms. Well done. These guys are starting to fall apart, because even with that missile dodge chance, that's just too much firepower. They had a good plan here. I'm not going to deny them that. Well done, but it's not enough. Right, you guys, all firepower on their actual archers, please. And if you're a crossbowman, focus your firepower on their archers, because then you can actually outrange them, which is very, very useful indeed. So, yeah, just focus a bit of firepower over here. Normal archers, let's just actually get these guys down. That way I don't need to actually expose my own cavalry to any threat. These guys are going to collapse soon. They're not enjoying this one little bit. And my crossbows are just tearing them apart. Just look at that. I believe this is the... is this the captain? Yeah, I think this is actually... No, that's the peasant archers. Where's your captain? The captain is already running. They can't be enjoying that one little bit. So just keep shooting him in the back. Lovely. And now my crossbows are just superior to your archers. So fire, counterfire. We are out of range of the towers. They are doing nothing for you. Though actually, if I could get these guys to break right now, we would just basically win instantaneously. Cavalry, where are you? Get over here, hit these guys. Champion, get in there, actually get a scare going on, because that's kind of your job. So in you go, lovely. Also, you can hamstring them, because apparently you can do that to an entire unit, which makes no sense whatsoever, but screw it, it's how it goes. Right, get my crossbows around onto the flank, and just fire into the flank right there. Yeah, reposition crossbows. Oh, look at that, they just melt. They just melt. Right, change your target over to there, please. You guys hit these guys. Let's just get a scare on them. And that should be your lot, right? That's got to be everyone. There we go. Victory and a very small number of casualties. Happy with that. Interesting to note that the AI does sometimes decide to actually sally forth and take you on, rather than hold the city if they feel like it's to their advantage. Nice that they can do that. So nice victory right there. Not much money, but we do get a trade port. Now, this is important right here. On top of that, we've got ourselves a battlefield surgeon event. Your general refuses to celebrate a victory in battle, while allies still lie wounded on the battlefield. Injured troops 3 at a time are personally rescued and carried on horseback to be treated before the general rides out to collect more. So as a result of that, that's actually just him being a big damn hero and thus picking up a bit of bonus XP, which might actually be enough to push him over to a new level 2. And technically, the Yellow Turbans have been destroyed. Now, they haven't. That's a bit of a misnomer. What that means is the generic Yellow Turban faction, who are not actual named Yellow Turban generals, have been eliminated. There are still named Yellow Turban generals on the map. In fact, there's Huang Shao right there. So, yeah, that's a bit of a misnomer. We haven't actually put down the rebellion. And even if we have, they'll probably be back later. So, trade ports. Oh, trade ports are the best. I absolutely love trade ports because trade ports, would you believe, make a fair amount of money. As you upgrade them, they can make a very healthy amount of commerce income. Or if you decide to make them like an industrial cargo port, some commerce income, some industry income. But in general, they're brilliant. They come with really nice garrisons too, tons of assault infantry and tons of firepower. So they're very easy to defend because they do still have those choke points we just saw a second ago. So in general, love these guys. And I'm going to get this upgraded immediately just because they are the best. So get working on that right now. But of course, if we want a trade port working at full efficiency, we're going to be needing the town. And that means we need to have our first big showdown with a named commander who's actually hiding in town with a garrison. So this could be a bit on the tricky side. And we probably want to, head back to Beihai, recharge, maybe fill out our army a bit more. Because, that trade port's already making a little bit of money for us. Not a terrible amount at all, in fact. Straight away, 140 income. Lovely. And no, actually, my champion hasn't leveled up, but my commander, Wang Zhu, has. So, what do we want to do with you, my good man? So, a bunch of good options around here, because bear in mind, a commander's job isn't really to get involved in a fight, it's to hang around at the back, near infantry, making sure they do a good job, boosting their morale, and he's getting better and better at that. But I could actually give him melee armor-piercing damage plus 10% for his army. And actually, it says his army, not his retinue, suggesting that, the champion spearman would also gain from that boost, which is very, very nice indeed. Alternatively, if I wanted him to get involved in frontline fighting, intensity, charge speed, instinct up, mighty knockback. So when he charges into enemies, he does a lot more damage. Probably, you'd want that upgrade if you didn't have a champion or a vanguard in your army, and thus your commander needs to get involved on the front line. This guy doesn't, because that's the champion's job, so this is good. Authority plus 8, so a big increase in authority immediately, and plus 20% ranged block chance for melee cavalry. So basically, his cavalry get even more resistant to archer fire. That is kind of his job, so we'll go for that, and also just take even more bonus morale for his front line. In fact, you know what? I'm actually going to spend some of that money we've just made on one more unit of cavalry, just to actually chase off archers, because that's been doing a good job so far. So I'm actually going to, drop a bit of money on that. They're not even that expensive in terms of maintenance, they're just a bit pricey up front. So we'll get another one of those in right there. And my army is starting to shape up very nicely. We also have a problem, though. One of my court nobles is dissatisfied because of a lack of purpose in life. Sadly, I can't give him a present in the form of an accessory, because I just haven't found many of them so far. So, the only thing I can do is promote him. So as a result of that, he would be happier, his salary would go up a bit, but it also costs 800 gold up front to promote him for, like, I don't know, the ceremony or whatever. So, Ci, you're just going to have to chill out and be dissatisfied for the moment. If I can find some money, I might promote him, just to make him chill out. Alternatively, hang on, how long's this guy going to be on assignment for? I'm not sure, it might be indefinite. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to recall him right now. I think that means he's done in one turn. So if he's about to be done with his assignment, I'll send Ci out to do some market stimulation or something, just to basically give him something to do so he's a bit more satisfied in life. Oh, and it's time for the reform tree. I love the reform tree. Right, what do we want to do in the reform tree? So, a couple of options here. We could actually have, just 10% income from all sources, which is never a bad thing. Or, we could go for population growth absolutely everywhere. I'm going to do that, because population's actually pretty important. Right, time to discuss population in that case, that's actually come up. There's a lot of mechanics in this game. As I was saying last time, there's a lot to cover. So, a city has a maximum number of people that it can actually hold. In the case of this level 2 settlement, 800,000 people. If I upgrade it, that adds another 400,000 to the population capacity, meaning that 1,200,000 people could live here. Keep upgrading it, more and more people get to move into town. Otherwise, that acts as a cap. And population is something you most definitely want to be encouraging, because big cities provide major benefits. In particular, look at that, peasantry income bonus. Currently I'm getting plus 40% because the population here is going up, but that can go up to 350%. And keep in mind, the money coming off the livestock farm is all peasantry. So if I fully upgrade the livestock farm, that's 140 income for peasantry. I think if I actually upgrade, what is it? It's this one over here. If I actually upgrade the land development buildings, that's another 300 peasantry income right there. So add those together, multiply by 3.5, and then double that again because of grand irrigation canals. Yeah, you can start making some crazy money if you keep your population ticking up. Combine that with local replenishment bonus, up to 25% replenishment if you have a massive population. Trade influence, 45%. Huge impact on how much money you're making. Ultimately, by the end of the game, nurturing massive cities is what the game's all about. Now, where's that Han Empire guy going? Right, so he's heading north towards Donglai. Honestly, I don't need to... Oh, hello! Right, I think it just happened. So, you remember I mentioned earlier there's going to be a massive Yellow Turban rebellion because that's just sort of what happens to Kong Rong? I'm pretty sure it just happened. So, my lord, the Yellow Turbans are attacking. They field a force 10,000 strong. Though you do not seek out war. I'm gonna be honest, I have been seeking out war. Now, at this point in Romance of the Three Kingdoms, Taishi Ci shows up and basically says, "Hi, would you like help with that massive rebel army? Because I'm a massive badass, so I'll take care of them for you." Unfortunately, small problem with Taishi Ci, which is we just killed him. So we're gonna have to take care of this one by ourselves, which is gonna be great. So, back to Beihai, because they're probably about to go and attack that place. Right, can they even make it to... Oh, they could go and attack my trade port. I really don't want them to, but the thing is, though this is a massive army, it's also trash. There's a lot of peasant spearmen and peasant warriors in here, and these guys, they don't hit hard, they can't defend well. I mean, I could just go and attack them. Am I ready to take these guys on? Because I feel like, yeah, actually, the problem is my front line is a bit battered right now because of that whole trade port situation. I don't know if I dare take them on. What do I actually want to do here? I don't know. The problem is if they go for my trade port, the garrison is still training up there. That is... yeah, that's not going to be great news, unfortunately. So if they do decide to swing north to take care of that, they will be able to walk in. But that would soften them up enough that probably the forces of Kong Rong can do a good job mopping them up next turn. Also, Lang Ye's really annoyed right now because, yeah, they were recently attacked. There were enemy armies floating around. There's no garrison there aside from the default garrison. I'm just going to exempt these guys from taxation just while they cheer up a bit and get back into the green. Okay, what do I want to do here? Because I could just march out and take on these guys right now. None of these guys are desperately competent. They're all level 1. But, yeah, they're sort of weird because they're not traditional generals. They're kind of half and half. So this guy's half strategist, half champion. And she's half vanguard, half champion. And he's, yeah, strategist champion again. So the problem is, as half champions, they've actually got decent levels of resolve. Meaning, possibly, they would be able to do a good job against my champion. Because my champion is still healing up. He's not actually at full strength yet. Any chance we can give him a bit of a boost? No. But this court noble, I believe, is back, isn't he? Did he just... No, he's still doing his business. Still, we can give him a bit of an upgrade, so go on then. What do we want to do with you? Yeah, vanguards are really interesting, by the way, because they kind of do a bit of everything. They're good at dueling in terms of locking down champions. They're good at handling melee troops. They get some archer abilities as well. They can do a bit of everything. They're a very flexible class. You know what? I'm just going to give you scholarship for a bit of bonus to commerce, silk and spice, because I don't really see you leading an army for me, to be honest. So I guess we'll just make you better at being a governor in case that ever becomes an option. Because yeah, in future, we'll be able to appoint administrators who basically get to manage a province. But we can't do that just now because we're not actually highly ranked enough. Once we get up to the next rank, then we can do that. You know what? I'm going to drop a tiny bit more money on one more unit. Some actual proper heavy spearmen for this guy. So now we've actually got something that can deal with cavalry effectively, because G-Militia aren't really cutting it. These guys are, yeah, much more solid in that regard. I also would like to wait one turn just because I'm kind of wondering whether Taishi Ci might show up anyway, because he was legendary, so it's possible he was just wounded in that battle, and he's actually fine, and now he's ready to forgive and forget, because at one point I sent his mother a nice bit of silk or something. Plus, if this guy comes and attacks me, actually, hang on. If I attack this guy, my range of reinforcements, do I get to actually call up the garrison? Because if I do, that extra firepower means I think I'm actually in a good enough position to start kicking these guys' asses. How much firepower do you have, by the way? 6 units. That's quite a lot, yes. Yeah, I'm just going to wait here for the time being. I need my troops, especially my front line, to recover. If that means he attacks the trade port, then he attacks the trade port. That's unfortunate, but it will soften him up with the towers. That means we'll have an easier time next turn. So, at the bare minimum, this is just a bit more experience for my army ahead of pushing in to Taishan town. Oh, he's coming straight for me. Right. Okay, this is good. This is actually good. Because sure, they've brought 4,323 men, but this way, I actually get to use the garrison. So they are going for Beihai. This is good news. Because sure, they outnumber me, but look at this trash. Look at this absolute trash right here. Peasants cannot stand up to my troops. Like, let's just actually compare peasants to my frontline infantry here. So, yeah, my guys hit a lot harder. They've got more armor. They dodge because of the shield. I think, actually, we'll be able to chop these guys down pretty effectively. And they've got no cavalry. I do have some cavalry. So if I can just sneak them out of the city and just actually hit their back lines, that might actually work pretty well. Especially as, yeah, at this point, 85% missile dodge chance. Alright, my mounted saber militia can just stand inside archer fire all day and not care. Right, I like my new look commander. That's going pretty well. Ah, yes, but of course, this is a fairly small town because we haven't upgraded it at all. Now, where are you guys going to actually attack? 'Cause it feels like, yeah, 2 armies are over here and another one over here. My general might be able to do a bit of dueling, but not much, because these guys are kind of, yeah, half champions, so I might not want to get necessarily too involved with them. Then again, you've only got like 41,000 health, and you're not hitting that hard. I've only got 32,000. Right, I'm not sure my champion really wants to get involved here. And because it's such a small town, yeah, we can move around troops fairly effectively, but if I build barricades, they block me as well. Inside, we've got ourselves, yeah, a bunch of towers guarding the central plaza. So if need be, we can fall back and mount a last defense on this plaza right here. But I bet I can do a bunch of good damage to these guys before they even make it into the town. In particular, I think I'm going to actually set up my cavalry right here. They're going to ride out of this gate and just hang out here on this hill. If they push forward and try and provide supporting fire with their archers, the cavalry just swings in and annihilates them. And these guys can just take arrows all day. They don't care about that anymore. So, next up, which barriers does it make sense for me to construct? Because these guys are coming to most likely here. They might change direction and go over there. So I need to be a bit careful. And aha, I see the problem here. Yeah, actually, it's a bit difficult for me to get troops from here to here. So I need to leave a small force over here. Otherwise, they've got a straight shot at the plaza. If they try and do that, that's kind of good, because then all of a sudden, while they're trying to actually take this gate, they've actually got, yeah, towers, towers, more towers, more towers. If they want to try and take this gate, I welcome them throwing their lives away. This gate over here, meanwhile, yeah, I've got myself a good ability to move troops around nice and easily. What else could they theoretically do that I want to actually stop? I could build a barricade right here. If I put a barricade right here, then any troops that come in through this gate have no choice but to walk in. Oh, hang on. I could put a double barricade up right there. Then they've got no choice but to break down a barricade, which might give my archers up on the plaza plenty of time to rain down fire on them. But if I do that, I can't reinforce my front line at all. So arguably, bit of a bad idea. Actually, hang on. One thing I would like to do. I'm definitely going to have this barricade on at the bare minimum, because I would like them to walk this way straight past these here towers. Then, the path they have to follow, unless they want to break down the barricade, is straight through these towers, will give them hell. Then straight along here, they can't go along here because of this barricade, more towers, straight up towards here where there's going to be even more towers waiting for them because these are the towers that can shoot in every direction. So, that's one hell of a gauntlet for peasants to be running. But it does mean if I need to move troops around, they need to go along here, up here, round the plaza and round the long way. Not that long way round really, I think I'm okay with that. Right, bring all troops up to the plaza here. Let's figure out how I'm going to be distributing these guys because that is a decent sized army. I've got a good number of troops here. Hang on, I missed a path right here. So yeah, these guys are actually able to walk along here, take a left and be straight up on the plaza. So I probably want to make sure, yeah, I've got a decent number of bowmen dotted around in this part of the world, and unfortunately this gets a little bit in the way of that. Here we go. This is a good spot for a couple of archers right here, ready to fall back onto the plaza, but bear in mind, these are garrison archers, not Kong Rong's archers, so they've got a lot less ammunition. They won't be able to keep firing for as long. In fact, yeah, the garrison troops right here, they could handle this gate by themselves, I feel like. Because these guys, once they start coming into fire, once towers are on them, I'm not sure they're going to stand and fight for too long. And now I know I can take a left here and then another left right here to go over here. That's probably okay. Though bear in mind, I'll keep a small weak force right here just to guard this gate if need be. Oh yeah, and this tower's also going to be firing at them. So there's going to be a lot of firepower on them when they try and take this gate. That leaves the majority of the army free to try and guard this gate over here, because that's where two armies are. Ah yes, and trebuchets on the plaza have actually got pretty much a straight shot straight at the gateway. That'll do very nicely. Crossbowmen over here, plenty of swords ready to move in, plenty of G-militia and spears ready to move in support as well. That just leaves the other archer groups right over here. Now, where's the right place for you guys? What range do you have from there? Not great from there, to be honest. I'd rather have you a little bit further forward. Oh, here's a good spot for them. Right there. Yeah, that'll do the job. That'll do the job beautifully, in fact. There's a lovely spot for you guys to just be raining down fire on the gateway. There is going to be hell raining down on that there gate. They are not getting through. Now, keep my champion towards the front, because, yeah, he now causes scare within his radius. So just keep him nearby. And as for my commander, you stay round here, ready to guard the gate on the other side. I don't know whether this is going to work, but I really hope it does. Right, begin the battle. Let's see what we've got going on here. And the trebuchet, oh, the trebuchet is waking up immediately. Oh, guys, I love it. I absolutely love it. So you guys are just going to open fire immediately. Nice. And there goes the first shot. In comes the tower. In comes the actual... Oh, that's a big-ass rock attack right there. You guys not enjoying that. Right, so they are most definitely converging on this gate. Guys, get over here. Be ready to defend the damn thing. I don't want them getting through the gate, so just start moving in right now. I want layers and layers of defense. They don't have much in the way of cavalry, so we're okay for now. We've got plenty of archer fire covering this area. The moment they step inside, they are screwed. Cavalry, you guys just get out there and start causing trouble. What are you guys doing right now? Looks like most of them are coming from the main gate. One of them is coming for this gate over here. Good, I'm glad that happened. And I swear I was supposed to leave someone over here, but then I didn't. So that's fine. That's all 100% under control. Right, Wang Zhu, you just go and keep them busy for a minute while I send reinforcements. Everything's under control. You guys, get forward. You should be okay to hold this place for the time being. There should be plenty of archers helping you out with that. Alright, troops moving forward. Cavalry moving around. Be ready for this cavalry to do a great big flanking action. Now, they're firing on me, but I'll be ready to fire on them too. You want to... Oh, there's going to be a bit of a... Hang on. There are multiple challenges incoming right now. So one of their generals wants to challenge my commander. One of them wants to challenge my champion. They have similar strengths, but my champion is not exactly in great shape right now. Yeah, they do actually have similar strength. And if I were to lose, I would take a permanent morale hit to that unit. So basically, my champion will never be as good again. If I win, however, it's a really good thing for me. You know what? I'm going to decline both of those duels. I think we can win without taking part in these duels. I think we are under control. So those guys are taking some damage over there. We're moving over here. This is going to be a big fight right here. You guys just hold the breach, okay? Just stand and hold. And everybody really wants to take this guy on. Okay, I'm not going to do it yet, but I might be willing to do it down the line. Decline for the time being. Cavalry is now moving around the outskirts, and in comes the firepower. Here we go, here we go, here we go. So now, we're just going to get our cavalry swinging around here, taking out their archer fire on this flank. Alright, you seriously want to do this, don't you? Well, naff off, I'm not interested. Right, keep this sorted out. Do not let them... Uh-oh, they are pushing their way through the gate. They are pushing their way through the gate, but we should be able to, at the bare minimum, chase off their archers. Okay, so, things not gone so well over on this gate. Over on this gate, however, things are also not going spectacularly, but we should be able to chase off this guy momentarily. What's going on over here? Oh, they have pushed us back. They are really pushing us back. Harder than I was expecting, actually. This is fine. We've got plenty of troops to actually get these guys taken care of. And my cavalry is doing its flanking action correctly. There is a huge amount of firepower being put down over here. Screw you guys. Excuse me. Why are you not charging right now? Please charge. This is your one job. So their archers are now being seen off. And my archers are very much still fighting. No, we're not doing this. I think we can win this without actually dueling. So I'm not willing to engage in a duel right now. You guys get over here. Chase these guys off. You guys... get over here, see them off. So their archers have now been taken care of. I think, actually, that is enough. We're just going to be able to hold here. You know what? I'm willing to give you a duel if you are that bloody determined. So, yeah, let's get this done. We'll just take you out right now. Meanwhile, over on this front over here, the towers have been taken, but we are laying down big fire on these guys. And even if we lose on this front, I think we can. There we go. We got some good stuff going on here. This tower has been taken back. We're now ready to start actually flanking. In which case, Commander, get around over here and just put some pressure on those guys. Now, how's this fight going, by the way? You use your special ability. It's not actually very useful, but you may as well. These guys are... they're starting to collapse. This front has completely given up at this point. You guys see off these guys. You guys see off these guys. At this point, yeah, this is not looking good for you. Not looking good for you at all. So, these towers... oh, bloody hell. Everything's really on fire right now. The fire's actually spreading. What's going on over here, though? I think we've actually got ourselves... yeah, we've got ourselves something good. You are just causing a lot of trouble, but you're taking some damage at the same time. Archers, what are you guys doing? Keep laying down fire on the spears, please. Just keep nailing them. How's the actual duel doing? Not doing great, to be honest. Actually, I think we are winning because, yeah, we started with less health. So, we should win that one in the long run. But it looks to me like, actually, we got this. And in comes the cavalry, slamming their spears in the rear. And they are not having a good time anymore. You guys, take out one of their leaders. You guys, chase them off. I don't want to see these guys again. This has actually gone... oh, bloody hell. Hang on, get my cavalry out of there. My cavalry does not want to be engaging with spears. Right, so... good job over there. The town's a little bit on fire. But other than that, everything's under control. Bloody hell, guys. And can you actually... no, you can't run across it once it's on fire. How's this going, by the way? Are we doing okay? I think we might be doing okay. Right, you guys, just start softening up their leader. Then we might be willing to duel him too. Lay down a bit of fire over there. Beautiful. Just start destroying them. This guy is... oh, yeah, he's not happy. This guy's not happy at all. You know what? I've decided I am actually happy to duel you at this point. Oh, he doesn't want to duel anymore. Who'd have thought it? Right, so she's been killed. You guys have got nothing to fire at. You are running. Oh, there we go. We got it. We flipping got it. That was a bit dicey for a second, but we got this sorted out now. Beautiful. Right, fall back. Don't expose yourself too much here. Those guys over there could, in theory, regroup. What else do we actually have here? No, round here, it seems to be mostly shattered forces. So those guys are not going to be coming back. Cavalry has actually taken... who's running? Who on earth has decided this is the moment they're going to give up? You're winning so much. Right, strikes me that the city is now mine. My champion's totally about to get a win under his belt too. He's taken a few knocks, but yeah, I should have actually had more faith in him. As a proper champion, he can just cut through this rebellion with no problems whatsoever. Everyone else is just breaking. Cavalry is just riding these guys down, making sure they don't come back again. Hopefully, as this is like technically a rebellion, these guys might actually just instantaneously break apart. And my champion has just won a great victory. For yeah, a big benefit to my troops, but the battle is already won. Could we maybe put out the fires at this point? Because I can't help but notice a lot of the city on fire right now. Like, lots of it. Right, I think we've actually chased down as much as we can do. The question is, how much damage have we taken? Because I feel like actually, we've come out of this pretty darn well. So, we got ourselves, a healthy pile of money right there. And we've also picked up an ancillary, and someone has been captured. Now, if they were a normal character from a normal faction, we could employ them. But on this occasion, we can't do that because, yeah, he's not actually a real person. So, what do we want to do? We could execute him. And if I execute him, I will actually get myself a trader who I can assign to someone in my faction. Alternatively, if I release him, I get myself 100 income. You know what? I'm going to execute him. A trader seems like a very good thing to me. Especially as +5 trade influence, not bad at all. So we'll be executing you. And on top of that, I might actually just take, the replenishment. Because some of my troops, especially my front line, took one a hell of a battering there. And I would like them to move on and take the town. And here's something fun. So, Wang Zhu and Zheng Yan have decided that was such an awesome battle, they have become oath-sworn. Effectively, they are brothers in arms, they'll fight very effectively together, and if one of them dies, the other one will be really, really annoyed at the person who did it. And yes, indeed, we've picked up a bunch of stuff there. We picked up a foreman, just for winning the battle, a trader for executing that guy, and a wooden ox for +4 resolve. Lovely. So, I think I'll be having the trader for myself for the time being, because yeah, +2 cunning is no bad thing at all, and trade influence up 5%, because of course I am the faction leader. So yeah, that's a nice thing to have. And Zheng Yan, I'm going to move him over to the wooden ox for +4 resolve, because yeah, it's important he's got resolve so he doesn't die. And that means there's actually an accessory open for this guy. So he can have... that item's on cooldown because, yeah, it needs to, like, be sent over to him or something. So, next turn, he can have the stone monkey, which should hopefully cheer him up a bit. Shi Yi, the guy who's never satisfied. So, now that we've actually recalled Sun Shao, you can get on with an education program. And as a result of that, yeah, population growth will go up. So this place will just start getting more and more populous. More people is good news in general. So yeah, that will just actually help this place grow a bit faster. And that makes me more money indirectly. So that's worth doing even though there's no commerce income here. Now, one more unit that I want to be adding to my army. Another unit of spears. Bit on the expensive side, but we need a proper army if we're about to march against Taishan. Because that is held by a proper faction leader, who I'm pretty sure hasn't expanded. Hang on, we might be able to check that. No, he's expanded already. Because you can tell, actually, if we zoom in on his borders, you can see here, that little red line indicates what is the border of his nation. Now, because this is a red line here, but there's no red line around here, this guy's already expanded. Possibly over the river and down towards Dong too. In fact, oh wow. Okay, this guy might actually be quite powerful. Like, more powerful than I was expecting him to be. Oh yeah, he already holds Dong, which is the main capital of that iron mine. So, he has most definitely been expanding in this direction. Okay, that's a concern. Attacking him is actually going to be a fairly big deal. Because sure, we're at war right now, but if I antagonize him, and he responds... The question is, should I therefore hold off until we're ready to actually push that war with our main army? Because Liu Bei, meanwhile, is in a lot of trouble. He's actually got himself, just those 2 territories, and nowhere to expand to. Possibly because he's been blocked in by Huang Shao. Okay, I've got a plan, which is, if we just go along the river here, we'll get to the city of Dong. That's a big city, it should have proper walls and whatnot. If we just basically kick him out of there, we can just hold that city, and if he tries to counterattack, we should be able to hold him there. Ooh, and we have got a massive army of Liu Bei heading in this direction. Excuse me, Liu Bei, I can't help but notice that you are actually trespassing, and this is not your land, and oh, hello!
Fire burns brightly and indiscriminately. But no flame can last forever. Starved of air, it chokes, it splutters, and is then extinguished. The tyrant is dead. Yet in the ashen darkness, the avaricious prowl.
Okay, so that was a very dramatic way of saying that Dong Zhao and his adopted son Liu Bei just had an argument over a woman they both fancied, and now Dong Zhao's dead. That doesn't actually mean his faction's done or anything, because obviously he's got a faction heir, so it just moves over to him. So Dong Min is now in control instead, but the Han are still dicks and we can still attack them as much as we want. Now, Liu Bei, you're not planning to attack me, are you? No, he's a virtuous paragon, his attitude is positive, we've got a non-aggression pact with him. He's presumably just trying to head north to actually hit this here fishing port. Right, in which case, we've now got ourselves a bit of a race to lock down this corner of China, because I can't have him just coming through here and helping himself to a fishing port. And by the way, you are trespassing. Can I actually call you out on that and say please stop? No, sadly I can't. He's just being a bit of a dick right now and ignoring the fact he doesn't have the right to cross my territory. Still, if he wants to have that fishing port, that's fine. I might be able to buy that back off him later. What do I want to do here? I really would like to take out Taishan, because then I can start developing this trade port. Until then, it's all kind of worthless to me. I think we need to do it. I think we need to do a big, very fast smash and grab here. And thanks to reach, I can actually get to where I want to go much faster. And yes, indeed, he's not here. This place is basically unguarded. In fact, for some reason, the garrison here is actually fairly low health. I'm not sure what's going on there. Possibly he lost it for a minute and then had to reclaim it. I don't know. Right, in which case, we're going in. We're just going to take it so I can start working on this here trade port. And yeah, this is a tiny force. I'm just going to delegate this one, effectively auto-resolve in this game. So we move in, and we just occupy that town. Job done. So, this place is a level 3 town right now. No walls whatsoever. I should really get this place upgraded sooner rather than later, because one of the things I really need is, yeah, ideally, some military infrastructure. We need to get ourselves some patrols. But I can't upgrade the garrison like that until this place hits level 4. And level 4 is going to cost me 3,000 gold, right. Plus right now this place has got buildings that I actually don't understand because they're Yellow Turban buildings. So, actually, Meditation Garden, +4 satisfaction. Can we just keep that? That sounds nice. Yeah, I can just keep that for the time being. Though sooner or later I want to demolish it just to free up the building slot. But I may as well keep it right now, to be honest. I mean, does that actually have an effect on you right now? It might show up next turn, I'm not sure. Also, you have a stone monkey. Congratulations. Yeah, here's the big difficult decision right here. I could basically try and march round to the city of Dong. The city of Dong is level 4. It's already got walls. That place can defend itself. But then again, hang on. He might actually be over the river over here. I don't actually know where your territory is precisely, but you definitely own at least some territory over the water. Yeah, I am really being pulled in two directions right now. I want to maintain a garrison here to protect Taishan while we continue to upgrade it, because Taishan could be a very important money-making place for me because of that trade port. But if Liu Bei is marching north, I need to just lock down as much Han territory as I can as fast as possible. And I think I've got a way to deal with that. It's time to split this force up and send it in different directions. Right, my champion is going to stay here. Kong Rong, meanwhile, you're going to leave this garrison, as indeed is Wang Zhu. So you guys should be able to just merge together. There we are, just merge those forces into each other. So we've got ourselves one decent enough army moving around here. Plenty of front line, plenty of back line too. My champion, meanwhile, he will stay here in Taishan and try and keep the place safe. And better, we've got some level ups out of that battle too. So, Kong Rong, what do we want to do with you? Yes, I think we want to make you better and better at dealing with ranged units. So, resourcefulness, take the flaming shot, because that means we start getting precision, armor-piercing damage, and then composure, fire arrows, and night battles going forward. And as for Zheng Yan, who's now hanging out by himself, Yeah, you take consideration. So yeah, encourage, provide a morale bonus to nearby units. Not bad at all. And under the circumstances, I'm going to give him 1 archer as well, just so he's got a tiny bit more of an ability to defend himself if need be. But yeah, the surplus is getting a bit on the small side here. Kongrong needs to get some good victories under his belt up north, and he needs to do it really damn fast before flipping Liu Bei starts stealing all the territory.
Battle is not always the answer.
Okay, that sounded rather like a threat right there, Liu Bei. You know what, how much more can I get out of you? Because I really need more money than that, and that's all he's willing to pay. Fine, you know what? I guess I'll give you military access, given you are already trespassing. So I'd rather you actually, you know, pass through peacefully than attack my lumberyard. Right, so he's going straight onto the fishing port, gotcha. Though he hasn't managed to get there this turn. Oh, bloody hell, the new army is apparently taking massive attrition because, I don't know, they left their supplies with Zheng Yan. When we broke up the army, it reset your supplies. Oh, I've made a catastrophic error here. Right, guys, I need you to basically get to Kongrong right now and chill out there for a bit. Ooh, Huang Shao is actually willing to offer me a peace deal. Okay, how desperate are you for that? Okay, moderately desperate. Good. Sadly, though, because he's a Yellow Turban, I don't have full diplomatic options with him. Only Zhang Yan, the Bandit King, can actually do proper diplomacy with these guys. So, you know what? I'm going to say yes, because I don't want trouble with these guys right this moment. And I think you're about to attack me anyway, to be honest. It feels like you're about to attack me regardless. I mean, he's definitely standing in my territory. Like, right now. That is definitely a thing that's happening. And Kongrong does not have time to wait around. We have got to get onto that farmland and lock it down right now. As long as I stay inside my territory, I will keep recharging. So, I need to figure out what's going on with that. Do I actually want to move in this direction right now? Also, how do I make it to the... Oh. Well, he did just give me military access. But if I actually leave right now... Oh, we're in a race. We are absolutely in a race. This is going to be... Yeah, as it's farmland, it doesn't have towers. This is going to be fine. What I want to do is put myself into force march mode and basically just get over into this territory as fast as possible. So, screw you. Get out of my way. I'm having that farmland. And it's also reform time. Now... I kind of desperately need money, so I'm definitely going for, yeah, just 10% income up just in general. Let's get the civil service going on here. I just really desperately need money, and I need you to just chill out for a second and not go and attack that farmland, please. Also, what's Huang Shao going to do right now? Because he signed peace, and now he's naffing off again because we got peace. Okay, me and him, we can just live and let live for the time being. What went on down over here? What went on down over here? Okay, he's not yet got the farmland. We can go and get that. That's beautiful. Also, over tea, which we don't have, but maybe we import just enough for Kongrong himself, because he's a massive nerd and he loves a cup of tea, and I love him. And I tell my generals of a dream of a jade bird. And this is an auspicious prophecy, the jade indicating imperial matters, and the bird a being that can traverse the gap between earth and heaven. Right, so me and my commander now like each other more. I get bonus 2000 XP because I dreamt of a jade bird. Sure, why not? That's reasonable. And thanks to that reach business, yes, we can get straight over here to the farmland. In we go, the farmland's mine. Liu Bei is not getting anything else off of me. In fact, as it's just a basic garrison, and this is just going to be in the open field because it's a farm. In fact, let's just double check that right now. Yep, this is just going to be in the open field. I'm happy to delegate this one, so we just auto-resolve that, and we claim the farm for myself. Beautiful. And that farm is really, really nice, because farms, as you'd probably expect, are really good food producers. Like at the maximum level, yeah, they can actually produce 10 food right there. Livestock, meanwhile, caps out at 5 and 7. It's the farms that are real food producers in the Empire. Though they do actually produce, yeah, literally no money whatsoever. They're just about food. You know, I am desperately in need of a bit of money just to keep me going here. Just in theory, how much would Liu Bei be willing to pay for the Langye lumberyard? I'm not planning to sell, I'm just curious how much it will be worth to him. 350 odd gold a turn for 10 turns, plus loose change. Honestly, that's not really worth it to me. But, if I'm the one who ultimately gets hold of Dong... Yeah, actually, we might be able to do a trade there. If I take Dong, then the iron mine is part of Dong. So I might be willing to trade him the lumberyard, so he's got this territory, for the iron mine, so I've got that territory. That could work out nicely. Speaking of which, we need money. And Taishan is going to be how we make it. Because with a trade port, yeah, we need to start converting everything to what we need. Get rid of this here meditation thing. That doesn't count as actually doing an action, so we can just demolish that immediately. And spend 2 turns, yeah, converting this here wine vendor into a horse exchange, making more money for commerce and also boosting commerce money by 10%, which is what this produces. So we start adding all this together, it's going to have a really nice effect sooner rather than later. While I think about it, Beihai, we've currently got, yeah, Yu doing this whole business with income up from commerce. No. Recall him. Next turn, we want to get him over to Taishan to do the same thing, because actually, we do have commerce income over here, and we're going to start making some big money through commerce pretty quickly. And Yanshao, with his magnificent hat, has decided to actually come and have a chat to us. So, what does he want from me? He wants to actually have food from us, 4 food for 10 turns. That's actually quite valuable. He also wants to have a foreman off me, which is not great to be honest, but if I do want to secure Dong, the foreman would be useful. And he basically wants to form a coalition, which isn't an alliance, it's non-binding. We can choose to support each other in war. We can also just say, actually, no, don't really feel like it. I'm not sure about this, to be honest, but oh, okay. So apparently he owns quite a lot of territory by the looks of it. Yeah, he seems to actually own a big part of territory, like potentially everything north of the river, because his borders are looking pretty big and expansive. Right now his attitude is neutral. Right, I don't know exactly what this guy's got, but a coalition might not be the worst thing in the world. Okay, how would you feel about trade? And both factions must have a free trade route and also share a border. Does he actually not have a... No, he doesn't have a free trade route, unfortunately, though I'm pretty sure we do officially share a border via the Yellow River now. I'm not sure I really want a coalition with him, though. I'm not really sure I want to be sending him food, either. Right, you know what? Scratch the coalition. I might be willing to sell you a bit of food if you're desperate for food right now, because, yeah, he's low on food, so for him, food is deemed to be more valuable. Instead, I'm willing to send him the food for a non-aggression pact, because I don't know exactly how much he owns right now, but it feels like it's a lot. Okay, so he's happy with that, and we now know that Yun Shao is a major power over the river, and he's not going to be attacking me anytime soon. Now, what about Liu Bei? Because I don't know where he is right now, but he could be making a run straight for Donglai. So I need to go and take care of this guy, just to make sure he gets out of the way. Actually, how much is the garrison around here? The garrison can't be that big yet. Yeah, the problem is, who are you? You're 1 vanguard and a couple of units of, what's that, like axe infantry or something? Yeah, basic axe bands. I probably should go and deal with him, to be honest, just for safety. If nothing else, actually, that's going to be free money and free replenishment while we actually take him on. So, yeah, he's got nothing. I'm happy to just delegate that. That will be a very, very simple battle. Kongrong is still a badass. He still knows how to use the sword. That is more money than I was expecting to get, and I'll take 5% replenishment. So we've got them out of the way, and faction succession. Ooh, was that your faction leader? I'm so sorry if it was. I didn't actually know that. Right, Zheng Yan, would you actually just, like, go over here just to see what's going on over the river? Because, to be honest, we've got, yeah, definitely something belonging to Yan Shao right there. Though I can't really cross the river without officially trespassing. So I probably don't want to do that. But it's nice to know he definitely is there, yes. So, Taishan, here's where things start getting a bit on the sexy side. So the horse exchange, we can upgrade that to a mail post immediately for more commerce income and more of a boost to further commerce income, which is good. What I really want, however, is the marketplace, because the marketplace is straight away at its lowest level, 50% boost to all commerce income locally. But I need to hit level 4 for that to happen. I need... Oh, I'm so close. I'm so flipping close. Right, Liu Bei, could I just sell you, like, something for a tiny amount of money so I can start that happening immediately? I've got this wooden dog that I picked up in battle, and it's not very good. How much would you be willing to pay for it? Because, yeah, accessories are actually deemed to be quite valuable, all things considered, so... okay, this is more than I thought he was going to be willing to pay, but he's willing to pay basically 1,000 gold for a small wooden dog. Flipping good deal right there. He really values that wooden dog. And that means it is time to get Taishi Ci upgraded to the crucial level 4, where it gets walls and starts being able to have advanced infrastructure, though that will take a fair few turns to complete. Okay, I'm a little bit worried about this, but I think we need to begin the siege of Donglai, which is a level 5 city, which is very, very significant indeed, but I actually can't see what's in it right now because it's kind of round the corner. My supply situation is not great, and supplies are about to drop significantly because it's winter and I'm outside. But it will be spring next turn. We should be okay, I think. Oh, this is actually a bit bigger than I thought it was going to be. So, what we've actually got here is, yeah, they've got a general embedded, and he's very fancy, but he's only got a couple of archers with him. Then, there's the garrisons, but on top of that, that second army that's present there, the one with the guy in purple, that I believe is an administrator, so he gets to bring his personal garrison along too, so... actually, I don't really have much in the way of frontline troops to deal with this. I'm a little bit on the worried side. But on the other hand, he is really heavily dependent on archers, and I have got myself plenty of cavalry, well, some cavalry. Enough, hopefully. You know what? I think we can do this. Let's just get a battering ram down, but more importantly, continue the siege, because they're totally going to sally forth. And when they sally forth, I should be able to beat them on the open field. Hopefully. Oh yeah, they are coming. They're flipping coming, and the game officially says, by the way, you're going to lose. So, this is actually going to be a difficult one. But on the plus side, I have certain advantages. I think I might be able to handle this, ladies and gentlemen. I think so. But how about we kick off next episode with the defense of Kongrong, trying to actually take out the garrisons of Donglai. Because if we can actually win this one convincingly, we might actually be able to push straight into the city. On the other hand, even if we win, if we take too much damage, we won't actually be able to take the city because we won't be able to get past the wall defenses. So, yeah, bit of an interesting one here. We need to win, and on top of that, we need to not lose too much. But I have a plan, and we will discuss that next time, ladies and gentlemen. But in the meantime, I've been John. This has been many a true nerd, and this has been Total War 3 Kingdoms. Thank you very much, and goodbye. This guy's enjoying that. This guy's enjoying his elephant a bit too much.
Oh my god.
In Fair Verona, we set our scene. Oh my god, Becky, look at her butt. It is so big. They've managed to glitch inside one of the buildings. Elephants in the rear! And then in come the chariots!